Hey, everybody, welcome back to Spoiler Territory. I'm gonna be talking about the film Batman Begins. So, for this film, that came out years ago, for sure. I feel that what's important we understand is that um, the director Christopher Nolan he wanted to make this film because have he wanted people to see Batman as someone serious and someone not to feel like the films before um before him. There's a lot of films that were just attached to him and mostly for toys and stuff like that. So Christopher Nolan he wanted to make a film that really shows the storytelling and characteristics of Bruce Wayne, and also I also feel that Christian Bale he really put his heart into it as well. They really made Bruce Wayne the character he is really known for today. Because I feel like the fact that in this film, for example, we see that Christopher Nolan really cares about the storytelling aspects of what he does, and I feel like in this film, that every scene matters, every story, every character is important to the story, and I feel like it makes the film really turn out to the audience really well because of that. And there's a lot of also history of Batman as well, with the fact that he's known in comic books, of course, and so there's the connection of people loving comic books and character Batman, and the fact that they see that a real origin story for Bruce Wayne really and Batman can really go a long way. The design, I like the way Gotham looked in this film. I really felt that it really it wasn't it didn't look like too extreme on the aim. And then it felt like a legit city, and it really felt like, and that's also really important if you really love Batman, because it's the stuff that he does in the city that makes him who he is, and also the the view of Gotham pretty much has is really important to the story as well. It looked really well to the story. One of my favorite characters in this film has got to be Alfred. I feel like he really guided Bruce on the way through his journey to becoming not only Batman, but becoming the Bruce Wayne he is made to be. Alfred tells Bruce that he pretty much tells him that his last name is really important because that's all that's left of his dad, and all the stuff that he's done for him and for Bruce is really important for him to not to mess up his legacy. I really enjoyed seeing Russell Crowe in this film. He was a really brilliant villain for Bruce, and because he feel like Bruce really learned not only learned from him, but he also learned how well, help his character really help Bruce figure out which part of which path he wanted to choose, how to confront the fear or avoid it. I feel like with Russell Crowe, he felt like he confronted it really well, and he used his fear of bats to his advantage, and really understood that he didn't use that as a real symbol for what he wants to do when it comes to being Batman. And there's a lot of things that he's done with the people around him that really help him define his character, his true character within him. Like seeing the Bruce interact with Rachel in that film, because I, in a way, I didn't see her as a love interest, but I saw her as just like Alfred, someone who can guide Bruce in a really well path and really help understand Bruce really well. And she does know Bruce really well because she grew up with Bruce in a way Just they've known each other for like years, so that's something that's a great thing about that for the stories today. Is they're in a way comfortable with each other. Dr. Crane, he was a really interesting villain. He just is pretty much it's in a way showing where Batman was um, avoiding not avoiding fear but using it against others instead of um, having it as having fear as its ally. And what Dr. Crane has done is he turned himself into the scarecrow because he wanted to really he wanted to figure out how to he just wanted to mess with Gotham, and he just wanted to mess around because he just had to he just chose to do so. That really that really caught Bruce Wayne's attention, and that's why Bruce had to stop him from causing so much damage to others. And in a way, those like moments where like, it felt like it was too late, almost too late for Bruce to save everyone. But he also there was definitely Batman really on the Batman really his strategy and the way of him, the way his thinking really helped him guided him to saving people in Gotham from the poisonous gas through the water pipes. The conversations that Batman had with Jim Gordon, really it has really helped him with understand the city of the city more and understand the people around him, what type of people he's trying to save and what type of people he's trying to stop. I feel like with Jim Gordon, he really Bruce understands why he's really doing this, how he can, and the fact that it shows that he can work, that he's in a way a team player because is he doesn't work alongside him, but he's that they're like Batman and Jim Gordon, they communicate really well, they understand each other really well in this film with when it comes to the the missions that Batman has to do throughout his time in this film. Jim Gordon, I feel like his there's a lot of things that he's done in this film that he really does care about Gotham. He really wants to save the he also wants to care for he feels that there's a lot of things that needs to be done, and that's why it feels that he needs Batman in a way as much as he may not think he does, but in reality he really needs Batman to save Gotham from like people like Scarecrow and for Tony, pretty much. Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen this film, so I don't remember much about Tony, but I really feel like what I would say about Bruce Wayne, surrounded by people like that, is that it reminds of him, reminds Bruce of his legacy, of his father has been, what a person his father has been before. You know, his Bruce became an orphan. Is that um, he really had to. He is, it shows that Bruce is really intelligent and really knows what he wants and he wants to. But sometimes he goes a little over the top sometimes. But that's in a way, his character progresses and really learns throughout the film of how to not be so too much, like a lot of things you would expect that people would expect him to be. Whenever we see Batman fighting, we also have to think about the fact that his gadgets come from Wayne Enterprises, and also the fact that Lucius Fox helps him out, helps Bruce out of the weapons in a way. So I enjoy Lucius Fox in the film. I feel like really want to help Bruce Wayne with the technology that he's surrounds himself with, and the fact that he wants to do a lot of wonderful things with the Wayne Enterprises company. For some reason, I just really don't see Rachel as a real love interest in this film. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I just feel like with Bruce and Rachel, they've known each other for so long, and the fact that they're starting to, in a way, have the there's a chemistry with in those two characters. It really feels like that there was something missing. I feel like the fact that Bruce really was more focused on being Batman more than Bruce sometimes in ways that made him not as me not seeing him as a perfect love interest for Rachel. But what do I think about um, Rachel being in this, somewhat of a love interest in this film? Let me know what you guys think, because I feel like the job done. I feel like there's more focus on other certain things that Bruce had to focus on, and the film will have worked either way, whether Rachel was the love interest or not, and the fact that Bruce saw her that way as well as a love interest or not. So I feel like it will have worked either way. I feel like this was a really well done origin story for Bruce Wayne when it comes to the fact that we did see him right after he lost his parents. We see that Alfred has really been there for him for so long and really understands his pain of missing Marva and Thomas Wayne. So I feel like when we did see him, also see Jim Jordan approach Bruce when he was younger, and he was Jim Jordan was there for Bruce as well. So that's something that really sends out to the communication with Bruce and with Jim Jordan and Batman. Is that in a way Batman really sees and understands Jim Jordan really well of what he stands for and what he fights for every day. That's the episode for today. Thank you so much for watching. Next week I will talk about the Dark Knight because I want the DC comics thing to like keep on. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about the Batman trilogy and then I will talk about the DC films. So yeah, the films that I haven't spoken about already. I did episodes about Aquaman, Birds of Prey, and Wonder Woman 1984. So I did those episodes already, but that was before. Yeah, I will continue to do so about the other DC films, and next month we made it this, which I did the Snyder Cut. So that's gonna be a lot of fun to talk about because yeah, I'll spend more doing the Justice League episode, but yeah, I will do two different episodes of that. So I will look forward to talking about the Snyder Cut, and I will look forward to watching the Snyder Cut, no matter how long the film is. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please share the podcast, and you can also listen to this on Anchor. So also keep that in mind as well. If you just want the audio version of it. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Bye.